Hey guys, we are here at CatConLA 2015. A little bit different of a convention for us than the normal pop culture stuff, but it came about a while back outside Comic-Con. Kim, over from SDCC Unofficial Blog and her own site, outsidecomiccon.com, gave us the idea and thought it said, you know, it's on the website, said it's a Comic-Con for cats, and thought, maybe we'll check it out. We're cat people, and might be some interesting stuff here, and it is a pretty interesting show. We have a much fuller conversation about it over on our podcast, so you can check that out in the days to come. Probably will go up next week. Parks and Cons on iTunes and Stitcher. But real quick, want to take you for a walk around the floor. This is the adoption area, which I believe they are all out of cats to adopt for the day. The line was streaming all the way to the back of the building, which was really cool to see. They've got a variety of types of vendors here. It's interesting because the whole Comic-Con thing, I mean, they've got some of the bigger types of supporters like PetSmart being here, or Animal Planet, that are doing different types of giveaways. And, you know, so for example, here with PetSmart Charities, they are doing an espresso bar. And so we're at the end of Saturday, so it's a much smaller crowd than was here really up until maybe about a half hour ago, though, when things are closing down. Looks like the espresso bar here is closed, but there was a line, I mean, snaking all the way back out over here. Found Animals, another bigger site here. There's the various games that they've had, free swag. It's been interesting. A good mix of vendors, a lot with art and various clothing and things like that. Everything from lingerie to nail kits to art for the wall to Christmas ornaments. I mean, just about anything you can imagine with a kind of cat bent to it. There's also obviously a lot of people selling things specifically for cats, you know, various houses and boxes and treats, organic treats, clothes to wear, you know, unique fun stuff. One of the things I said, just because I just recorded the podcast segment, and one of the things I talked about those, I was really impressed with the pricing of stuff here, meaning that a lot of the vendors are much cheaper on the stuff than what I thought. I mean, a lot of times pet stuff, especially when you get that kind of boutique slant to it, is really overpriced, and in the end we don't really end up participating a lot of times. But here, not so much. We found a lot of really good prices. We bought a few different treat things for the cats and catnip stuff and things like that. And it's all been good, you know, prices and stuff. So we're only spending Saturday here, so we're not sure what Sunday will look like. But it's been a big crowd. Seemed like a lot of people were buying tickets as we came. This is the overflow room, so they are actually live streaming parts of the con. And during the panels, this is... they are streaming in here. Also on animalplanet.com, you can watch the various panels that are going on in their main room, which is the cloud room. And so no line right now, but about an hour or so ago, this line stretched all the way from here down and around the back side of the building. They also have exclusives, which there was some big lines for various prints and shirts that they had here. So, I mean, it really is truly whatever's at Comic-Con, they have here, just in a much different, you know, level in terms of how much of it, and obviously in theming as well. And so, as I said, this is, you know, probably should have recorded this when it was more crowded, although the unfortunate thing at that time is couldn't even make her way into booths. I mean, I heard from a number of vendors that they ran out of more. I heard from at least, say, 5 vendors that they basically sold more today than they had planned on selling for both days. And so, at least from whatever anecdotal evidence that is, it seems like it's been a fairly successful show for people, and that's obviously a good thing to hear for any convention. The crowds were not so uncomfortable they couldn't make their way around and enjoy things. It just was, you know, healthy crowds. Over here, Scrap Cat has a whole little sponsored lounge with charging stations and stuff like that. So, again, a lot of fun things. You can see we're here at the Reef LA Mart. There's a lot of empty space as well. So the show could grow and stay here. So we'll see if they do or not. This is I think there'll definitely be another year to this show, because seeing as how crowded it's been and busy, and you know, have seen nothing but positive, or heard, I should say, nothing positive from the various vendors and attendees that have been here today, and scouring social media, everything seems very popular. People seem excited about it. But we'll see. You know, they definitely have room to grow here, and I could definitely see this growing into a whole another place as well, another facility as it gains more and more national exposure. There are a lot of vendors here from all over the globe, which has been interesting. A lot of different accents and fun products that I haven't necessarily seen anywhere before, and so that's been fun too. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here. We have a lot more photos, videos, things like that, and then, as I said, our podcast talk a little bit more in depth about the entire CatConLA experience. So definitely check it out if you're interested in cats and conventions. So until next time, we'll see you in line somewhere.